Okay. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Woo, 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 woo. So if you are new, hi, my name is Mpumi, and if you are coming back, bo sweetie, bo baby, bo love, thank you so much for coming back to yet another video. Today, as you can see from the title of the video, I'm going to be struggling to do my brows on camera. I honestly have been loving how my brows have been looking lately. Thank you. So I was just like, I need y'all to know what's good. I can't lie to y'all and be like, God did my brows like this. Obviously he helped me, you know, God helped me with the assisting, you know, but I really I've been really loving the brows lately, and I was like, I should probably tell the people what's good, you know. Obviously there are a whole bunch of brow tutorials and brow how-tos, you know, but for me it's like, honestly, we're just gonna watch me struggle. I'll show you how I struggle, I'll show you the things that I use when I struggle, and we'll see if we like the thing. And don't forget to like, to comment, to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're growing every week, we're growing, and I'm always happy with the growth. And yeah, it's been a long time since I've done any beauty content, so why not, you know? So without wasting any time, let's get straight into the video. Okay, now so I've come closer just so that I can show you guys all the products and show you guys what exactly I use. I don't know if the lighting is okay, but we move on. Okay, so first and foremost, obviously you need to have groomed brows. That is very important. I groom my brows with a razor. These kinds, I don't know if you can see that, but this is the razor pack that I use. Oh, you won't see it, it's okay, but I use that pack. You break it up in half, and then you can use the one and then you can use the other. So that's what I would do, and I'd groom my brows. Now lately my brows, I groomed them maybe like a couple of days ago, so I think they're okay. I think they're okay. Okay, and then on to the next product, which is the actual brow product. So I use particularly 3 lately. Well, lately I've actually used 2, and then I have like a last resort. But the one that I usually use the most is the NYX micro brow pencil. This is how it looks, and then on the one side you have the actual product. Oh my gosh, the bathroom door is making a noise, the bathroom window, and then the spoolie on the other side. So that's the one product. The second product that I run to as well is something that I used in my previous video. I'll probably tag it somewhere along the line, somewhere in the video, if not in the description box. It's the Makeup Revolution brow pencil brow definer. I think it's brow definer in the shade dark brown. Oh, this is in the shade black, right? Yeah, black. This is in the shade brown. It's got the product on the one side, if you guys can see that, and then the spoolie on the other side. So they both have a spoolie on each end, which is perfect, even though I hardly ever use them, and I'll show you why. And then the last resort for me is the Essence Brow Designer. It has a brush on the outside, and then the inside, when you remove the cap, it's the actual pencil. So this is something that I use a lot when I was still in Grahamstown, because I didn't really student budget vibes, and it worked, man. It worked. It really didn't give me any problems, and that was when we were still in the dark brows, like really dark brow stage. Defined, dark, sleek, whatever you want to call it. Onto the tools that I use. So one thing that I definitely do a lot of the time is to use the Got2b glue. This is what I use lately. I think for the past 2 months, my brows, the past month, let's be more recent, the past month, I've been using the brow the Got2b glued styling gel for edges to almost lay down my wig, to lay down the brows, right? Something that I used to use a lot, it's even almost done, is the Essence, this is how it looks, the Essence Brow Gel Mascara, Lash and Brow Gel Mascara. I tend to run for this more now because this kind of used to work for long term. So like if I'm in the house, I'm probably going to use this because I'm not going anywhere, duh. But if I was going to go somewhere, I'll definitely be touching on this. So I'll just keep them both here just in case. And then the concealers that I use, I lately have been loving just using both underneath my brows and at the top a concealer that's really basically my shade, my foundation shade, and that is the LA Girl Pro Conceal. You guys know how it looks, in the shade Espresso. So this is what I've been running to a lot lately. And then I would also, if I'm trying to define maybe the brow bone, you know what I mean, I would go into the LA Girl Pro Conceal. This is how it looks, and this is in the shade Fawn. And then if I'm trying to do the whole underneath the brow, the whole area defined, but I don't want it to be too bright, okay, do you get what I mean, I would run for the Fit Me concealer, Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 55. This is close to my shade, but it's brighter. Okay, now I'm extra zoomed in. I'm gonna start off by using the Got To Be, and I'm just gonna use a teeny bit on my eyes. That's a lot even. Alright, that's it. That's the only amount I'll use. And then I'm gonna brush out the hairs so that they're all the way up, you see, because now that they're all the way up, we can actually see the shape that we're going for. Do this side as well. Ooh, I put too much product on this side. Alright, so now we have a bit of an idea as to the kind of brows we want, you see. Okay, and then I'm gonna let it sit for like a couple of minutes because we also want it to be extremely dry and gritty. We want it to be extremely dry. I'm gonna use my spoolie as well just to make sure that everything is sitting up or down or whatever the case may be, just to make sure the shape is perfect. And then I'm gonna come back dry. Okay, I darkened the ring light a little so you guys can see my hairs. I don't know if it's so weird shooting up close like this. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do this side because this is like my favorite side, and then we'll do the other side because the other side I usually work way too hard. And then I'm gonna be using, okay, so what I usually start with is the Makeup Revolution brow pencil, brow designer, in the shade dark brown. So the nice thing about this is that it's already quite, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's already quite like clear for us to use it. Like it's easy to use it, English. What I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna start all the way in the front, okay, I'm gonna start further back. I tend to, oh no, I'm lying, okay, I forgot what I would do after gluing it down, the lies, is to use either, I'll use the Fit Me because it's quite bright. I'm going to use the Fit Me pressed powder, and I'm just going to lightly just, this kind of allows it to basically, you're setting what you've already done essentially, but then it also allows you to keep everything in like the same shade. And also, like when you start to do your brows, you'll see that they become much lighter as opposed to if you didn't do it before, like if you didn't use it before, if you didn't set with the powder before. Okay, so back to this thing. You see it's already lighter. I feel like now the lighting outside is changing the lighting inside. Okay, I think that's fine. So what you would start by doing is start not in the front, in the middle, like not even in the middle, somewhere in the beginning, but not too far. Yo guys, English is really not mine. Came with the boat. Okay, So just like that, I've lined the brow. I'm going to just deepen it, as darken the color as it gets to the end. But when it's in the beginning, you let it sit a little bit, like you let it stay lighter, like you don't go as hard on with your hand as you would when you get to the end. So already says in a shape, right? Now, what I like to do then is to just create the shape so that we can see what we're going to be doing with the brows with the spoolie. So I create the shape, I brush them out even though they're already basically glued down, and then okay, let me just use a bit of a wipe because there's a little bit of white residue. Okay, and what I would do, oh, there's a little bit more white residue. Okay, let me just set that lightly with my hand, is to then go not the beginning either. This time around I'm going even further back because we just want to create the shape, right? Now here's the hack or the situation. My brow looks unnecessarily long, first of all. Second of all, it looks unnecessarily thick. So what I would do, if I glued it too like high up, or even if you don't want your brows to look like this, because I really don't want them to look that thick, is I would go in with the brow gel just to bring it down a little, and just like that the shape is a lot smaller. Okay, I'm just going to shape that with my brows. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit while I do the other side. Same procedure, starting from the, not necessarily the front, but just a little bit further back. You create the shape. Also, another thing, guys, that we must be honest about is that my brows are not twins. They're not the same person. You're definitely not going to get the exact same brows from the get-go. It takes practice. Like, I'm already seeing things that I need to fix already with my brows. Okay, and then use the spoolie just to see what shape I'm going for, and then follow the line. But here's the thing, this side my arch is much higher than this side, like the highest point. Obviously, let me just remove some of this because I need to be we've corrected it. It's all a work in progress, guys. It's all genuinely a work in progress. So what I would do is I would start off by looking at from here on both ends and how the arch moves. So this side seems to be a lot better than the other side in terms of the size of my brows. And then I'm just gonna create the arch because that's the only place where I don't have hair, which is more or less here. And then I take it down with me to connect them. Do you get me? Just like that, the brows are already looking more formed. It's not perfect, but it's definitely looking like somewhat of a brow. Now fill them in. Now as you guys can see, I did nothing in the beginning. Can you guys see there's literally nothing in the beginning, which I tend to leave literally all the time. I just conceal that area because that's where you're starting. You wanted to have like a fade effect. Okay, so what I would go on to then is to use the brow pen micro brow pencil from NYX, and I would start now using this pencil to create the hairs. So I'll just create the hairs, that's all. And sometimes I will just reinforce what's already been done. Okay, alright, that's looking really cute. Okay, on to concealing. So I'm gonna do what I usually do now lately, especially because how should I say this, I really don't want to do too much to my brows. So I'm just gonna use the LACKET Pro Conceal in the shade Espresso. So here's what I do, here's my trick. I'm not even wearing my watch. I usually wear my watch. I took it off when okay, so what I would do is get some product onto the back of my hand. So let me just remove. I get some product onto the back of my hand if I'm going to use this right applicator. So what I would do, just since we're doing kind of like a beginner vibe, is what I'm doing is now flattening the brush or the applicator while distributing the concealer onto the actual applicator. Right, now we're going to start to conceal the brows. Oh, I'm doing way too much talking. You guys are just gonna watch me now for the rest of the video. Alright, now so we've done the bottom. One thing I must remind y'all, these are not twins. You can really try your best, and honestly I try my hardest at all times, but because this is a video, I want to show you guys as the most real version, like my real struggles essentially. So now that we're done with the bottom, we're now going to do the top. So now as you guys can see, the shape is coming along, you see. So I think this is still too, yeah, I think that's fine. So as you guys can see, my brows looking pretty good. So now it's to do the top. Now the top, you can use a foundation shade, you can use a concealer that's really close to your eyes, to your foundation shade, and that's what I'm going to be doing. That means I'm going to be using the espresso. What I do, same process, I put it at the back of my hand, which is what I'm doing right now, and then I start to almost make sure that it's flat, the actual applicator, because that's what I use to conceal my brows. Now another thing is you need to make sure that the applicator has enough concealer, because we're going to be working one time. Do you get what I mean? If you do have a really big flat brush, it's your choice, honestly, what you have at home. So I'm gonna now start to shape my brows, but what I do, not shape them, conceal them, but what I do is make sure that everything is blended so it doesn't look all choppy in a sense. Do you get what I mean? All right, so I'm gonna try so hard. Alright, so nah, my brows are done. They're not the same. You guys saw my struggles, and quite frankly, I'm not about to do too much. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna do all my makeup, probably not on this camera, and then I'll come back to show you guys the finished product and you guys will see. But that's legit how I do my brows.
One eternity later.
Alright guys, I am back. This is the finished look. I just wanted to do something really simple, like I wanted to do something really simple, something cute, you know. The highlighters popping, you know. But yeah, this is the finished look. I think we all enjoyed watching me struggle. This just gives to show, guys, like it's all trial and error. It is trial and error. Because I can assure you, okay, that some days I got it like this. Other days I struggled the way I struggled today, and then some days I'm doing my eyebrows for like a solid God knows how long, and it's not easy. I actually want to see, do you think I'm gonna need gloss? I don't, but I want to. The huge. I just hate how the brush itself becomes like dirty because of what you have on your lip. Yep. Gloss just makes everything so much better. Alright guys, so this is the finished look, the real finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me struggle. Like I said, it's trial and error, so you're definitely just gonna be, it's all about the process. If you love it, love it. If you don't, fix it. You know what I mean? But like, I'm okay with these brows. I'm okay with them. I hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah guys, this is the finished brow look. And yeah,